I met this guy early this year, and this guy happened to be everything that I never even knew that I needed. He was a spiritual guru, financial guru, um, computer guru, everything guru. He had everything A1. He was so impactful in my life that things I would never have achieved in like 3 years, I was able to achieve them effortlessly in months of just meeting him. I've met intentional guys, but this one, like I say, they just drop him from heaven for me. His kindness and goodness and all of that extended to my family, my friends. Like he was getting jobs for my friends, for my. All right, this is it. We speak every day. We were so close and bonded. Like we speak every day, every night, every month. Like we speak, we have the conversations going on. But at a point, I realized that we started to catch feelings, right? And he wasn't saying anything. He wasn't asking me out or saying anything, and we were bonding for each other. But I understood the reason why. He told me his reason. I understood perfectly, but it didn't stop the fact that I was in love with him. We were in love with each other, right? At the point I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I can't continue like this. You know what? Just stop calling me. Don't call me again. Just leave me alone. And he was like, please, and don't do it like this. And but I was like, my mind is made up. Just leave me. And then I cut off communications. So after I cut off communication, I thought I was going to die. I couldn't breathe. Oxygen became scarce. Breathing became extreme sports. Oh God. And you know the worst? The worst of it is that I couldn't really share this with anybody because I knew the advice I was going to get. They're going to be like, he doesn't love you, a man knows what he wants, a man goes for what he wants, he's using you to heal, he's using you to. I knew the advice I was going to get, and me who is wearing these shoes, I knew that that wasn't the case, right? So I couldn't really share this with anybody, so I kept it to myself, and I was dealing alone. I was dealing alone. I was dealing alone. I couldn't breathe. But in the midst of me dealing, God began to teach me things that I would never have learned reading any book or probably going to a program or concert or whatever. And I'm going to share those things with you. The first is I am a very emotional person. Very, very emotional. My mom has tried to help me. My brother has talked to me. My siblings, they've tried to help me. But I didn't know how to like, see, my emotions, they are not bad. Like, I'm an emotional person, quite all right, in a very good way, but they have side effects as well. The side effects are that if I should find a friend or someone that I really love, maybe a boyfriend or a friend, I carry my happiness and I put it on the person. So the person becomes the reason why I am happy. I take my meaning, my happiness, and just give it to the person. You know, like, my friend, take the wheel, take it from my hand. That is what I do. So that is why when the person does something little, it affects me because you are the reason I am happy. Do you understand? That was how emotional I could get. And it wasn't healthy, but I didn't just know how to deal. And God began to deal with that part of me through this process or through this thing that I was going through. So he began to teach me that my happiness is not actually in any man, but it is in God. God is the reason why me or any other person should be happy, not a man. If not, I could crash one day. Nobody can constantly meet your emotional needs. Nobody has that capacity, no matter how nice they are to you. So if you find yourself in a scenario where someone is the reason you are happy, like someone has the like you've given someone the power to make you happy, you find out that whatever that person does to you, it affects you. This is why people use, they get in their emotions, they get in their feelings, they want to destroy things, they are angry, they are all of this and all of that. All those things are fueled by giving someone the right to make you happy. And this was what God was trying to help me to see that I can be happy without putting my happiness in anybody's hand. Do you know that that period of not speaking with this guy, I didn't know that I could be happy. I did not know that I could be happy, but I found out that I was happy, just me and God. I didn't know. Do you understand? So I'm really glad to have learned that. The second thing he taught me was absolute trust. It's easy for us to say, God, I trust you, Lord, with my heart and my soul and my flesh and my everything. But do you really trust him? Because this issue just taught me, or just opened my eye to see that I never really gave God his first place. How do I mean? Whenever something happens, I'm always excited to tell this guy, I hit my leg on stone today. This one happened. My sister called me. My friend did this one. But I was excited to share with him, and therefore giving him the first place instead of God. Now this is it. God craves intimacy from us. It's his biggest need with humans. He wants that bond. He wants that intimacy. So those things that happen to you, tell him first. Let him know. He knows them already, but just share with him. Just bond with him. Communicate with him. Converse with him. Then you can now tell any other person that you feel like telling, right? Something happens. You have an issue, something very whatever happened to you, and you're looking for who to talk to. You want to talk to your husband, you want to talk to your friend, you want to talk to this. You don't even remember God because you feel like he will not answer you, or he will not understand. But that's not true. That is not true. He's more interested in our affairs than anybody could. Do you understand? So I was just learning that period of not talking to a guy. I found that wow, I have not even been talking to God. As ugly as that situation was, he taught me lessons from it. So you need to understand that whenever you're passing through a difficult situation, or you're passing through pain or terrible whatever, you need to understand that God is not being wicked to you as so many people might think. He's actually being the nicest to you at that point, because he's trying to put something in. He's either trying to build you or to remove things that might crash you tomorrow, just like he was trying to stable my emotions, right? I was also reading an article on how the potter makes his craft. I found out that the potter, after structuring his craft, he watches it. He sits there and watches it. He knows when to adjust the temperature, adjust the pressure. He's watching the thing take form. He knows when to take it out to go and dry and solidify. He is there. He doesn't just make the craft and go to market to go and buy crayfish or buy anything. He sits there to watch it, because any extra pressure or extra temperature can actually crack that artwork. Maybe a pot, it can crack it. That is the same thing that God does when we are passing through pain. He's not far. He's there. He's with you there. That's why the Bible said that when you pass through the waters and the fire, that God is there with you. So whenever you're going through pain, you need to understand, be conscious that God is actually there. Rather than seeing him as a wicked person, ask him, what are you using this situation to teach me or to help me? Because there is a lesson. God is intentionally good to us. Like, I remember when I was crying about this situation, like crying to myself in my room, and I'm like, God, you are good. God, you are good. I know that you are good. and I'm crying, and I'm telling him that he's good, and I'm telling him that he's good, because I don't want any other thing to infiltrate my mindset. I don't want any other thing to change my belief system, because I know that God is good. The Bible said he has loved us with an everlasting love. So he's good. No matter what you're going through, just ask him, what is the lesson you were teaching me from me? He will tell you. Like I was saying about the potter, he stays there. He's watching you. He knows when you're done. He knows when that thing I want to achieve in this life, it has been achieved. So he brings you out, just like the potter brings out the artwork, right? He brings you out. So it taught me that God doesn't let you pass through pain alone. He is there. He's just by your side, watching you, watching you, watching you. Do you understand? He doesn't love like the world does. The world can love you and hurt you. Your family can love you and hurt you. Your friends can love you and hurt you. People can love you and hurt you, but not God. So whenever you're passing through pain, you should see it as, his love for you. He loves you. See, I've gone to a place where I tell myself, I hit my leg on stone, this one happened, I lose my job, I have a failed relationship, I lost this person, whatever happens, God is good to me, and that is not even changing. So I felt like sharing my experience with you. You might not be able to relate to the kind of pain I felt, but our experiences are different. You might be going through your own pain that I may not be able to relate, but it is painful to you. But the point is that whatever you are going through, I am sharing my experience with you to understand that God actually wanted to help me. He's not punishing me. It is act of love towards. So see it as his act of love, so that you can open up your heart to learn or to accept whatever he wants to either deal with in you or impute in you. I think I should just end it here. On to my next video.